something that I think the industry is struggling with and trying to figure out how to get the mainstream investor access to some of these investments, given that in a lot of situations they actually outperform some of the other asset classes quite a bit. Now, a couple things you can do are there are crowdfunding platforms where individual investors can jump on and try and fund new upstarts together, but that comes with a lot of risk as well. And the idea here is that in an industry where, especially on the venture side, where most of your investments actually fail, and a few of them are actually what make your entire fund, it's difficult to do that without the expertise of some of these VCs. So that platform is there, but it comes with risk you have to be aware of. Two, for certain investors, once they hit a certain threshold or become accredited investors and still want to invest individual capital, directly accessing private vehicles is still not a thing that's usually able for them to do. And so things that they can do are join angel groups, where it's a pool of people who come together and maybe they vet deals together, and there's a certain check size that everybody can write, and that can be an easier way for them to access as well. A couple other things I'd mention are there are certain mutual funds that are directly investing in a lot of these companies directly, and not just through their funds in general, but actually not only investing in the funds that are backing these emerging technologies, but are investing in them directly. So if you think about an Uber or a Lyft or an Airbnb, they all have mutual funds such as T. Rowe Price or Fidelity or Franklin Templeton that have actually backed them. And so if you're an individual investor, you can identify what some of those mutual funds are, because they don't all do it. And by accessing them, you can therefore access some of the private companies as well. And I think down the road, what you'll see is 401ks start to get adjusted as well, which is something that 2 or 3 different players are working on, trying to figure out how do we get 401k and defined benefit plans to actually be able to invest in private equity vehicles. And the challenge there is the lockup from 5 to 10 years, which you can't pull your money out. But I think you'll see innovations in that space in the next few years to allow at least our 401k plans to be invested.